That's just fucking weird.
Like it.
We're
You're
recording?
right, bro. I should do that.
Ooh, yeah, totally hop on that, on the vodka. The vodka. Oh, you gonna make it? You gonna spike a little Arnold Palmer action?
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Schlanka.
This is from Russia.
Chimintolo.
Is that the name of an anime character or something? Like,
Are we doing it?
If you're a Rick and Morty fan, then you would know what it is. Only Rick and Morty fans would know. Chimintolo.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
OGs.com.
speaking of OGs, the OGs are live and in effect. It's the Parental Advisory Podcast, y'all. Hello, loves, man.
We can always do like the Black Panther thing in the gorilla like tempo, just like.
Okay, can we? Yeah,
That hurt his ears.
Maybe not. Yeah, do that directly on the mic.
Oh, did you get hurt by that?
Yeah,
Well, why'd you have it?
because
Like
you.
that.
I don't know. Because you have it like
Well,
that
why'd
for
you
some
have it?
reason.
I'm not controlling
You're
it.
the
You're the controller.
worst.
You're the
You're
controller.
literally the
So
worst.
what you're trying to tell me is I should apologize for the
absolute
volume
worst.
that you had for yourself there like that?
Anyways, I'm LO Soul 463 for all my social media, and LO Soul YT for my YouTube and Twitch. Surf.
As always, you can find me at jserve954 on all social media. jserve TV for my YouTube, brolife.net, and all major streaming platforms for my music.
Wilmo.
Oh, you can find me where the sun shines over here in Florida, but specifically more on Snapchat and Instagram. Wilmo_Chiquito. I know you guys don't love me because I'm brown, but it's okay.
Love me because
Racist bastards.
Oh Lord.
Sorry, guys. I had a long day. I had to go in early. I did a wine dinner. I was just everywhere running.
A wine dinner.
Yeah, basically
In the
we were
morning?
doing.
What's
Yeah,
a,
it was basically-
what's a wine dinner?
We were doing wine tastings and pairings with certain foods. Actually, hold on. I think I can bring up a little picture of the menu. And
Oh, that'll go great with this audio medium.
So I was gonna read the menu, but that's exactly what I said, and so you had to be a faggot about it.
He does that a lot.
Let me show you pictures on this podcast.
I don't give a shit about the
That
other
we're not
people, so
filming.
no, I'm just joking. I love y'all.
I mean, when we get video.
All right.
The what do you call it? The wine dinner. Oh, dude, you should have been here for the heroin dinner, man. That shit was crazy, man.
Dude. All right, check this shit out, niggas. I did a lobster.
They had white, they had off-white, they had brown,
because he likes to talk.
black tar. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were supposed to talk on a podcast. Is that what it was?
No, it's just you always talking.
Well,
Is
there's
that what it
talking
is?
and then there's
Yeah.
there's talking and then there's rambling.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Nobody's saying anything. I gotta fill the void.
I was gonna talk
You're
about
still
the food
talking.
earlier.
You're still
I gotta
rambling.
fill the void.
Shut up. You're rambling.
You're talking
Shut
now.
up.
He just
Shut up.
wants all the.
Look,
all
look,
the
look at you. Come
Shut
on.
up. Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up.
Who was that? Black Eyed Peas?
I forgot who did that.
Was that Black Eyed Peas?
Was it?
I want to say
that's
that's Black Eyed
Look
Peas.
it up. I don't know who that was. I don't even. I only remember that part. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. I don't even know any of the lyrics.
There was like a string for 5 years when Black Eyed Peas was like when they blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
There's some
Black Eyed
songs that I
Peas.
played about Black Eyed Peas one time with Serve, and we were like, I guess trying to like listen to music.
Yeah,
Before
It was.
And I was just shockingly surprised at some of them. He's like, "Oh, it sucked," and I was like, "What?" I'm looking at him like, "What the fuck?"
yeah. He liked that stupid that one song that they did the
video where it's like Tokyo Drift.
the louder song.
Oh, louder!
That's a good song. Man.
he was like, I'm like, really? Surfing USA? Really? They fucking sampled Surfing USA, and I'm supposed to care because why? They got some bitch with fucking
Look,
swaying her
he's
hips,
just mad because you didn't do it
saying,
first.
yeah,
You know, Fergie was my favorite back then.
Yo,
Yeah, she was a lot of
She-
13-year-olds' favorites
Wait,
back
what was
then.
that? No,
what are you
there was,
talking
like-
about?
Yeah, when I was like
Hold on,
15,
speaking of
16.
Fergie,
And then she sang the national anthem. That
Oh
dumb,
yeah, that's now though.
that
Jesus
dumb
Christ.
twat. The fuck
No,
wrong
she's
with her?
not. She definitely lost her sexiness now.
Oh no,
She's
I
fucking-
don't give a fuck.
I mean, no, I'd still hit it, but she's just dumb as fuck.
dude, everyone fucking.
Well,
fucks
no,
up
not
the
to be
fucking
honest,
national
and I don't want
anthem.
no disrespect to Fergie, but she had like a sexy appeal, but now it's just like she's
A sexy
trying
appeal?
too much now.
Nah, I don't
Not a
It's
sex
like
appeal.
that one video she had, the what is it, Milk, where she had like Kim Kardashian in it.
That was
I was
great
like,
because
God damn.
they were all MILFs. Every fucking woman on that video is a MILF.
At that point, it was soft corn porn.
Dude,
Soft corn?
it was-
Soft core. Sorry, man.
Dude, soft corn.
Soft
Yo, that soft corn.
Oh,
Some salt?
No.
Some
Cuando
corn.
tienes el ceviche. yeah.
He wants this
Bro,
soft
talking
corn.
about ceviche.
I'm having ceviche this Sunday with my mom.
Wait, what?
This Sunday we're having ceviche in what is it called? Anticuchos, the heart.
Oh,
Yeah,
bro.
that's right.
Yo, man, I had to go ham today.
Not
man.
a fan of anticuchos. I don't like the texture.
Really?
For the listeners, anticuchos is what is it?
I just
it's
don't like-
beef heart, right?
Yeah.
Beef heart.
The
Is it
cow
the-
heart.
is
It's
it-
placed
is it
on a
just-
stick. It's a shish kebab, basically.
What is
The,
it? Too chewy for you? Too
No, it's
tender?
not.
Like, what
it's
is
literally
it?
it's literally the texture, how it like breaks down. It's
In
almost
your
like
mouth?
it's like liver.
Oh, okay. Like
You don't like liver?
Like I know. What you're saying.
Liver is super chewy. Liver.
What? Liver is chewy to you?
Then
Are
it
you
wasn't
kidding?
cooked right.
Yeah, whoever cooked you a liver totally fucked
No,
you
I mean
up.
like it's.
Bring me an organ.
right now.
I don't know how to explain it. I guess.
Then
chewy's
maybe
not
you
the right
shouldn't.
word. Chewy's not the- dry. It's very. It's a very
We're all on
dry.
fire today.
It's very like dryish meat.
On fire.
Like when you have it, it's not. I've never had liver when my mom cooked it. It's never been like juicy. It's been like dry. But that's kind of I guess how it is. I don't know.
I
how
don't
to
know. It
explain
depends
it.
also on what the kind of liver she does and how she cooks it. Does she do it on the pan? Does she do it in sauce? Does she bake it?
No,
Like,
she
what
doesn't
the
put
fuck
it in
do?
any sauce. She just
Yeah,
put it on
it's
the pan.
like cow,
Just what?
pig,
Just
human,
on the
like,
pan
who knows?
with,
Just on the pan like that?
with I guess like vinegar and oil.
A nigger. Okay, I mean, okay, kudos.
It would be a simple dish. You would do liver with asparagus and rice.
The only time I would ever eat liver to this day, but you know I can't because she's gone now. But the only one that would ever make it so that I could actually eat it was my grandmother. That's it.
Abuelita.
She would make it in like bistec form, you know, with like
Cebolla,
she would cut
like
it up.
onions, tomatoes, and peppers and stuff, and kind of saute it all in a pan and then serve it with rice. Like that's how she made it. But that's the only time I would eat liver. Holy shit, bro! Jesus Christ.
Can I have that there?
What are we watching? Is that the MILF move?
I just want to see these bad bitches.
For the listeners, we're watching the MILF video.
What's
now.
your favorite what's your favorite Spanish dish that your mom makes?
Oh my god.
Mine is
Titty Tegan. Oh shit, dog! It's
I'm trying to
Titty
remember
Tegan.
What, cow.
What?
Cow is it's the belly of the cow. She would
You mean tripe?
tripe? Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot the sauce what it's called, but it's a yellowish sauce that my mom would have to make, and she would cut the tripe into like squares. Mm-hmm. It's a Peruvian style, and it would be placed with white rice, just a cup like traditionally, and basically you put the sauce like on top of the rice as well. Mm-hmm. Then you mix it like it's supposed to be mixed. It comes separately, but you mix it how you want.
True.
And then you can have a little bit of onions. I always had the tripe with the sauce, but I don't know, man. That's one of my favorite fucking dishes, Peruvian dishes that my mom can make. That and maybe lomo saltado. My mom's lomo saltado was super. I loved it, man. My mom would put more. I was a very big vegetable person, so my mom would put a lot more tomatoes and onions.
In
And
Ecuador.
instead of papa frita, she would make like potato but box it.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Dice it.
Dice it. Yeah, I always loved it that way.
Yeah, I know that's how my mom used to make it too. Yeah,
I think that's a broad
my
dish
mom
for everybody, right?
In Ecuador, there's a dish called guatita, and it's tripe stewed.
What is it called?
Guatita. And it's so you boil the tripe.
I think you do that My mom boiled it too.
So you boil
then
the
she would
tripe
transfer
and
it to another pot.
It like stinks, bro. When they boil it,
Really?
it's a stomach.
Never stunk for me.
You know, like that air when you're just in there, you're just like, oh, you know.
And again, my mom always had the fucking pot covered.
Then when what do you call it? Then once it's tender, you know, then she would cut it into little tiny pieces, and then they would mix it. It gets mixed with potatoes, boiled potatoes, and like cilantro, and then it's then you make a peanut sauce with it, and then you pour the peanuts, and then you mix the tripe in the peanut sauce with the potatoes and the yuca.
I probably couldn't have that.
And all that stuff, and then from there you take that and then you serve that over white rice. Oh my god, I haven't had that in at least 3 years, 3 years.
Yeah, I haven't had my mom's cacao and
that just sounds
5.
so wrong to me.
Cacao? Oh, the name?
No, not even that. It's just I haven't had my mom's cacao, and I'm like, oh, that just sounds so wrong to me.
To speak about that. So I found it weird in Spanish.
I was getting all up in her cacao sound.
Oh my god,
dog, I was.
You had to go there.
I was knee deep.
He had to go there.
I was knee deep in her cacao sound. Oh my god, bro.
Okay.
Dog, she had the fattest cacao.
Have you ever heard of a word? Have you ever heard a word that it means something bad in your language, but then it could be a name in another?
I'm guessing this is a very specific example.
But I'm saying, has that ever happened to you? Like a word in Spanish, but then maybe in French, that same type of word or the variation could mean something else.
But no,
that
man. That still happens in Spanish. Spanish is Spanish, bro.
My Lila's cousin, his name is Cuca. In Portuguese, that's a name, Cuca. But from where I'm from, in Peru, Cuca
means pussy. Yeah.
So when it was my shock when I first met them, and he's like, "Oh, this is Cuca," and I was like, "I was like, what?"
He looked at his crotch.
I looked at the dad, and I was like, is he like joking? Is he calling him a pussy on purpose? Like, because he was speaking Spanish to me instead of Portuguese. So I was like,
damn, dog. You just gonna let this nigga clown you?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I was like,
what the fuck, bruh?
I didn't say his name. I was
Look
like,
at Illo trying to instigate shit in foreign lands.
No, I was just like,
hey,
what's
cause
going
an
on?
international.
But I didn't
incident.
say anything. And the first thing I look at Lila and I'm like,
how dare you, sir?
How dare you?
I look at Lila and I'm like, what the
international fat man of mystery?
Can you let me finish?
We
only got 45 minutes.
Fat agent man secret.
He loves to talk.
I know, he just doesn't stop.
I can't get through a story.
I just love to troll your
At least
shit.
when I join him, people can actually hear me on the audio.
Yeah, right. They can actually know who the fuck you are.
I just love to troll your shit. Dog.
Anyways, I had to ask Lyle. I was like, is that really his name? Is he joking? Like,
so where did you meet this guy?
Oh no, we went to it was uncle's house. We went to the.
This is in Peru?
No. This is in New Jersey. We went to.
Oh,
it's like 2 Christmases ago.
So you met a Brazilian in Jersey whose name Cuca.
His son's name is Cuca.
Whose son's name is Cuca. Could be you said your cousin knew him?
No. I didn't know. I was saying that it was Lila's cousin.
Oh, Lila's cousin.
And I was just like, I had to ask Lila. I was like, dude, is he like? I thought he was joking. He's like, no, in Brazil, like that's a name.
Would have been hilarious if he started laughing as soon as he said his name.
I almost wanted to. It was so unexpected when you.
His name's Cuca.
That's like if you go and you meet your girlfriend's parents and like the brother, and it's like, oh, this is so and so's brother. His name is Pussy. You're gonna be like, what? Like, what? That's his name. It's like, oh, in our country that means
that's
this.
my brother Donna. Like, what? Donna? Yes, Donna. Donna? Yes, Donna. That's my cousin. That's my male cousin Donna. Born that way.
You know, I found out in New Jersey there's actually a lot more Brazilians. there's actually a part of town in New Jersey where it's just nothing but Brazilians. Brazilian stores, Brazilian church.
You can find that here in Florida too.
Yeah,
like chunks of Brazilians everywhere.
No, what they have over there is way bigger than over here. Over here, it's Deerfield. That's Brazilian.
Yeah, the city of Deerfield.
I think,
No, I'm talking about there's a whole fucking...
of Townsville.
basically.
Yeah, but New Jersey's bigger than fucking Deerfield, nigga.
Yeah, but there's.
But now you're saying that the entire state of New Jersey is
New
overran.
Jersey. I'm saying that the parts of New Jersey are much bigger than Deerfield. Deerfield is not.
What
that big.
what does that
Deerfield
mean?
is not the only location.
Deerfield's
Yeah.
like one of the smallest little cities in fucking
Like,
Florida.
it's weird,
what are
but like
you talking
Brazilians have
about?
like
Compared to
strips.
like Pompano,
They're in
Coral
Pompano,
Springs.
too.
Yeah, they're also.
No, but they're not. It's not a dominant.
They're also in Boca.
Pompano has
They
more.
have
Parkland.
an entire plaza to themselves.
In Pompano, no, in Deerfield.
No,
I
in
know
Pompano.
the one you're talking about.
And
It's
also-
right by your house.
and also in Boca.
In Pompano. That's Pompano.
Where? Tell me
Also-
where.
Also in Boca.
It's on Sample in 3rd.
Also in Boca.
Sample
I
in
know
3rd?
exactly what you're talking about.
Also in Boca.
Hmm?
Also in Boca.
There's
sure.
no the
No,
more
there's
the
another
more
one like off on like on
the
power
more
line.
known one is right by where you guys live. I forgot the street. What that street is.
I know which one you're talking about.
you know what I'm
that
talking
little
about?
corner.
Yeah, in the corner right
That
there.
corner too is full of
On
Brazilians.
Sample and Military. No, I'm talking about
That
that.
whole from that
Talking about
plaza
Sample in 3rd.
Then you-
all the way up to the
Yeah,
beach is all
and then,
Brazilian.
Sample
and then
in
you go,
3rd.
and then you go further down Military Hills, bro. That's Colombian.
Military Trail. Yeah, that's what it is.
It's Colombian Central there. Military and fucking and Hillsborough.
And Weston's like little Venezuela. So.
Oh yeah, that's true too. You gotta
Let's
know,
just agree that I'm right.
No, you gotta drive around a little bit more. You're saying like, oh, there's only one street.
That's like his new little gay tagline. Of, Let's just agree that I'm right. That's his new. That's like his trademark. I have bested you.
What do you say? I have bested you. I have bested you.
I have bested you.
Have you seen Ant-Man yet? Have you seen Ant-Man?
Ant-Man? Oh yeah, I saw it Monday,
Good.
and I saw the endings.
Yeah.
I actually very, very enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
They say it's the funniest Marvel movie
I
yet.
actually could not stop laughing.
I don't think it's the funniest to me.
it's Paul Rudd. I mean, you can't miss.
It was great. Like I got
I
every
haven't
little
seen
sort of
it,
joke.
but, but I haven't seen it yet.
I've actually gotten back and I started watching all the.
Oh wait, hold on. Pause.
What?
Ghost in this movie is fine.
Yeah, she actually was.
Fine.
Ghost?
Did you see the pictures of the premiere?
Did you say Ghost?
Yeah, right.
Ghost? Yeah.
You
Yeah,
mean-
her name's Ghost.
You mean Wasp?
No, Ghost.
Mira, see, if you
Oh,
haven't
you haven't
watched the
seen it
movie,
yet?
I haven't seen it.
That's why I'm just saying.
Ghost is the. Have you seen the trailer?
No,
Oh, he doesn't
no,
even know who
watch
Ghost
trailers.
is from the trailer.
And even if like he doesn't.
Ghost
like,
is
always remember all
Ghost is one of
characters,
the
so, like,
one
I
of
can't-
the new characters.
Oh, that was
It's one of the new
But,
characters.
it's a female.
Who
Okay,
plays her?
That's it. That's all I gotta say. Once you see her, you're gonna be
Okay,
like,
I'll be like, okay.
"Ah."
Okay.
You know what gets me? Well, you know what gets me is it's her skin tone to her eyes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro! Oh my
her,
god!
her accent and her accent, bro.
God.
What is she, like a dark skin with like green eyes?
No, she's
that's sexy.
like
She's like Wilmo's
she's
color.
here,
She's like
and then
Wilmo's
she
color.
has like some emerald.
hazel
Like, oh
eyes.
my god,
Yeah.
Like, you see some green in them, and then
One of
she's
them
got-
deals, huh?
Oh my god,
She's
bro!
one of them deals.
Oh my god! And then like she has an accent in the movie, and it just
She was
makes her,
really,
like, 10
she
times
was
hotter.
really good in the movie. I'm not gonna lie. She was super good in that movie, man.
Yeah, she killed it. She killed it.
She killed it.
Well, could you say she was marvelous?
I have bested you again.
I have bested you again.
SoundCloud, marvelous.
Hey.
Hashtag.
It's a little plug.
Hashtag plug.
I wonder how they're gonna work her into the universe now, because I heard
With
them-
this dick.
he can't stop. He really can't. He has to literally
You know what it is?
interject his voice
You know
every
what
5
it is?
minutes.
You know what it is? I took
I
a
think
nap.
I think it's a tick.
I
I
took-
really
no,
think at this
I
point
no,
it's
he's
a
got
tick.
energy. He's got
I took a
energy.
nap
He's got energy.
before I came here.
And then he
so I'm
says,
good to
"Oh, I
go.
got a big day tomorrow. I got to leave here early." It's like, nigga, you already slept, nigga. You're just what are you gonna go? I'm taking another nap.
No,
No,
nigga, I was
once he
asleep for 45 minutes. That's
Yeah,
nothing. I
yeah,
took a
that's a
nap.
cat nap for him. He needs that shit though. He's old as fuck, man. He needs
But
that shit.
anyways, I want to see
Yeah,
how they're
man.
gonna use Ghost because
I hope, but I heard I don't want to ruin anything, but the other partner in the college, you know who I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Ghost's partner?
Oh, you mean
No, don't say anything.
What's
What's you're
his
gonna
name?
ruin it?
what's his name? Him, right?
Huh?
Him, right?
That dude with the hair and glasses. I perfectly described him.
I've perfectly.
And I'm pretty sure he had a button-down shirt that was maroon.
I know you're talking about him.
I like how they threw that in there. that little.
I love how the ending was. I was surprised.
I still need to see Deadpool 2.
You have issues, bro.
But
and you're doing a podcast, like
Mira.
See, just for that, I kind of want to talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp because I wanted to talk about it anyway. But if he hasn't seen it, it's his fault.
Yeah, he still hasn't. Seen it,
literally from now on, we're giving you a week. You have a week to watch this
Don't
movie.
fucking give me ultimatums.
No. Then
Don't
we're going to talk
here.
about it. We're going to talk about it.
Don't sit here and fucking give me ultimatums.
No, let's not say anything. But you know what? Let's talk about.
Well, I want to talk about the ending. So
yeah, the very ending. Though,
he can read it on Wikipedia
with the whole tying into Avengers. That's,
I didn't think they were going to kill all three of them.
Yes, me neither.
I was shocked. I was not, because now it confuses me. I'm like, okay, you know what? I feel like they did that because people were like, oh, so Hank Pym has to help Tony Stark create this, so they killed him off to be like, what now, bitch? What do you do now?
It's true.
Plus, I want to know how the fuck Ant-Man gets out, man. That's so. Yeah. I want to find out now, like how it's more intriguing how Marvel's gonna. I want to know how it starts.
I feel like he might get himself out since he's already used to being in the zone.
You know what I think when Janet talked about at the end is like, gotta be careful because there might be a time loop or a time something. I feel like he's gonna stay in there, right? And he's gonna get hit by some time thing. He's probably gonna come out at a different time. Probably come out 5 years later. Because that makes sense. Because the pictures they showed with Tony Stark, he kind of does look like he has whiter hair.
Yeah, not only that, but there has been like depictions of them, well, him being in New York during the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, because of how the quantum is, maybe that too he may acquire something else in there. Because the longer you do stay in there, the more it affects you.
That actually ties into what me and Serv talked about a couple episodes ago. So, Serv, since you didn't know, in the movie at the end, they the final credit scenes that tie into the Avengers 4 was that the three.
I didn't want to hear about the movie, so...
Are you serious, bro? Come on.
We were literally asking you questions.
You're gonna really go on your phone while we're
No. I just didn't want to hear any more spoilers about the movie. That's all.
There was no spoilers.
There was no spoilers.
Well, after I heard about the people dying, I was like, oh.
No, nigga. What?
It's an end credit scene.
What don't you know? Haven't you seen Avengers Infinity War?
Oh, yeah, I saw Infinity War.
Then you know exactly what happens,
everybody
dies.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, I know that part, but I didn't know. I'm talking about in, what do you call it? Ant-Man.
No one said any names. We just...
Oh, so the people that you were talking about dying wasn't about Ant-Man?
It was in the Ant-Man movie.
That's what I was talking about.
But we were using that to spark out the conversation of what's going to happen to the next movie. And you're just sitting there like un bobo.
Because I legit thought y'all were sitting there discussing Ant-Man the movie. No. I was just like, oh no, I don't want to hear this.
In the end credit scenes, the people who pass away from the snap is Janet, Hank Pym. Well, you already know that they're getting Wasp, the original Wasp. Everybody knows that. So she ends up dying
with the crew there.
The actual Wasp, I forgot her name. What the fuck? Hope. She dies, and Hank Pym dies.
Michael Douglas.
Douglas. So what's going on is that
I'm not going to tell you how. They're a part of the snap.
Yeah,
I don't want to tell you the scene.
They're a part of the snap, and Hank's in. Oh. He shrunk down again. So it doesn't. It's either that he wasn't chosen, or it doesn't affect him because
he was out. He was out.
Yeah,
outside.
But he's too small. They threw him in there, not with like his no. Does he have his suit or was it just?
So this takes place. So the
Scott. Sorry, no.
So
Scott's
the timeline takes place. This runs alongside Thanos' shit.
Yeah. So Avengers. This is what happens in the
without breaking down into the plot.
Scenes, it's already proven. Well, one of the end credit scenes that has nothing to do with anything. It's just like a throwaway. It's just his aunt playing the drums. So they did that very strategically. It was a throwaway scene, right? But they made sure. Did you notice that the TV had the emergency broadcast signal?
Yes, it did.
That lets you know the snap happened.
Yeah.
Ant-Man's not there. So what he does, because obviously you know he got captured in Civil War, so he's on this kind of house arrest. That's the whole thing. Mm-hmm. They explained it in the trailer and like in the movie synopsis that he's coming off his probation or whatever, and he's gonna become Ant-Man again.
Yeah.
So at the end, they still have his aunt because it's what he what.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Scott. I
don't want to ruin why he has the aunt, but his aunt basically he had a full grown aunt with him in his house, and there was a scene in the movie where his aunt's just playing the drums. So they took that scene, right, and they did it again for an end credit scene, but this time they made sure to look at the TV. Because the TV had the emergency broadcast signal. And I don't know if you noticed, but when you saw outside the window, it was smoke.
Yeah.
So I think it was around the same area, because a lot of people I've been seeing online tying it together. The building is the exact same building in the end of Infinity War, where that helicopter hit where, what's it called? Maria Hill and Nick Fury passed away.
Yeah. Well, no.
So it's like somewhere in that same town.
It's around the same city, I want to say, on that.
Somewhere within that vicinity.
But basically, that's when the snap happened, because that's, they're showing that shit is going down.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
and this ant's not affected.
Yeah.
This ant's cool.
Yeah.
Right.
And, well, of course, he was targeting more like intelligent beings.
People, yeah. Not insects.
But, anyways, the other scene is that they're doing something else, doing some work. And they threw Scott down there, and to shrink. But I don't remember. Is he wearing the Ant-Man suit, or is he wearing just the suit to go down there?
No, he's wearing the Ant-Man suit.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
She's specifically, I think the.
So he's in the quantum realm.
He's in the quantum realm, but the only way that he went in there was through a portal. So he just strung through it, so he can get there easily, fast, in a specific zone. And
if you know from the original Ant-Man comic, it came from the quantum realm. Him and me to go in there just because they made a device it's like a portal that transports you to the quantum realm without you having to use the actual juice from the Ant-Man suit. So he's in this portal, and he's doing something to help Ghost. That's the whole point. Mm-hmm. Because of that, that's when the snap happens. He's in the portal. He does what he needs to do. He's asked now. He's like, bring me back. And he's saying that he hears nobody. And at that point, they cut back to them, on the computers, and you just see the dust.
True. Okay, so he's stranded in the quantum realm.
Yeah, as he's fading out, him just screaming like, "Guys!"
Dude, I think that theory that we read way back,
Snake.
I think that's gonna be the one.
Because when I saw that, I was like, I thought of me and Serv when we read that shit. But now I want to see how it gets done, because him being stuck in there, I'm like,
he could possibly get out of there himself.
I think the big surprise, because they said, man, Avengers 4 is going to have from the beginning a super surprise that's going to shock them from the beginning of the movie. That's what they've been saying. I think what it is that people think that Avengers 4 is going to start off right where it ended with Infinity War. You know what I think? I think it's going to go into the future. I think it's going to go 5 or 10 years into the future.
You think showing off new heroes?
You know why? The only reason why I say that is because they casted Casey Lang, the daughter, for an older character, and they said that they're trying to make the
daughter character.
Yeah, Scott Lang's daughter. They casted an older, like a 15, 16-year-old girl.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he might be stuck in the quantum realm, but they're showing him going throughout time, like.
Something like that, because this is something that Janet said at the end. She specifically told him, if you see this type of a time paradox portal, don't go in it, because we won't be able to bring you back. You'll go into time, and we don't know where you'll come out. I think he's going to hit one of those, and he's going to go into the future.
And
then he's going to talk to Tony, do the shit. Because the way it ended, I don't think anybody's going to go to that location where they are. Because think about it, no one knows where they are. It's secluded, and the snap just happened. No one's going to be looking for them.
Yeah, so he's definitely going to hit a wormhole.
Ain't nobody going to bother that technology, so he can easily go back to that location, and the stuff will be there. You know what I mean? So, so I think that it's going to go into the future, and then that's when he gets Iron Man's help. And then that's when they start time traveling, hopping into different parts, like New York, maybe Age of Ultron time. Who knows?
I disagree. I do agree in that he does travel through time, but I think he goes back in time
first.
And that's how you get on top of the beacon from Fury. Then you're gonna get Ant-Man going to the 90s to go get Captain Marvel.
You know why I feel like that's wrong? Just because of...
I said it?
No.
It's not what you think?
The stuff they shown. Those pictures that they... Just for the fact that they now are casting an older Casey Lang.
Uh-huh.
And the pictures they showed of them in New York, Robert Downey Jr. looks a lot older. His hair is almost white.
No, I'm gonna look at
It's white and black.
Oh.
So he definitely looks older.
Yeah, but like he's also...
It doesn't look like the Tony Stark from the time Infinity War ended.
Are you... What if, though, he only has this... No, hold on. No, I just want to look at that.
And if he goes back first, I feel like it'd be harder for them to explain and you to believe the story that he goes back into the past and then they make these suits that are or this technology to bring them to a different time. I feel like he'd have to go forward in time. Tony Stark has created much better technology.
I think Captain Marvel can do that, like travel through time. I think
Well, we don't know. We don't know anything about... I say we forget anything with Captain Marvel because we have it's a newer edition of the story that they already said. So we have no fucking idea how that story's going to go. How it's going to play out at the end. You know what I mean? And we already know they shouldn't have to go back in time because
they're going off the new
Nick Fury,
version of the comic.
Nick Fury has put the device to call.
The beeper.
Right. So that means that he's able to call her in that time.
Yeah, I know, the beeper. Like it's a trans-dimensional, trans-chronological beeper. Like it can travel, it can beep you through time.
The craziest theory that I've had lately is that I think that they all stay dead. And the movies that come out are all prequels.
Well, like,
what do you mean?
keep on...
Like, if they do another Spider-Man, it's a prequel. It's not a continuation of
Why would
Homecoming.
they do that?
And Black Panther, because I don't know. That's like my out there theory, that they would leave them all dead.
No,
and the next movies would be prequels to then bring on, or even maybe because of Black Panther, you would introduce the White Wolf, and then in Far From Home, for Spider-Man, you introduce Miles Morales. Like, it'd be a way to open up that world.
Well, it already kind of looks like his sister was showing off some White Wolfy things. Like
no, White Wolf is
Bucky.
Winter Soldier Bucky.
Oh, sorry.
The only thing in my
I'm
theory is
talking
that
about,
Bucky's also one of the ones that perish. So I don't really know how that would work. But the Mars,
they're all gonna come back. Everybody's coming back.
The sister becomes not Black Panther, but like that's what I was thinking of.
I don't even think his sister becomes Black Panther first. You know who I think becomes? Well, you know who's gonna? My theory is gonna be the Black Panther in Avengers 4 and M'Baku. Because they have another suit.
Yeah, but that's a stretch.
Yeah,
I don't think it'd be Shuri. I really don't think Shuri would don the Black Panther suit. I think it would be M'Baku.
Maybe, but it all depends on how they unfold everything. Because if this is like a time skip, this could be older.
Yeah, that's true.
I know we're gonna get Professor Hulk. I can't wait to actually see that. Like, we're definitely there's no way they can't do that now. It's just
it has to.
It doesn't make sense that he does Hulk again and then he's beating Thanos, because then it's like, well, why couldn't he just do that in Infinity War then?
Right.
It'd have to be another level.
He's the Hulk, but he's also Bruce Banner again. They finally joined.
Plus, if they do a Hulk again, it's just then what was the reason for that conflict between Banner and Hulk?
Well, Marvel, and something I heard in the Kevin Smith podcast is that they finally realized that Hulk,
because I saw that one too.
Hulk is Marvel Studios finally realized that Hulk is better suited as a accompaniment in the Marvel universe and in the Marvel movies, as opposed to trying to be a leading star, because it's just been proven time and time again with, you had the 2006 version with Eric Bana, and then you had the 12 or 13 version with Ed Norton, and even then it still didn't work.
Have you heard what Ed Norton said lately? I think a week ago he said that he would have loved to have been a part of the Marvel shit, but they should have gave him a better script.
Yeah, exactly. Like the story was garbage and stuff.
Edward Norton, he played the Hulk, the first Hulk that was in
The Marvel Universe.
the Marvel Universe. That Hulk that started it off.
The proper Marvel Universe before Ruffalo took the role. And
A lot of people don't know that that's part of the universe. They have to, like, people have to go back and, like, I mean, the guy who's in Civil War, Ross, he's in Hulk, and also at the end of Hulk, Tony Stark shows up,
right?
You know, and tells him like, "Oh, well, we're forming a team."
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I'm like, did you guys just forget all that shit? Like,
that was supposed, like that was like that's crazy, like that was supposed to be Ed Norton was supposed to be the Hulk, and because the movie. No one ever remembers that. The movie
I'm so happy with Mark Ruffalo, though.
Oh, of course, yeah. Eventually, it worked out.
He embodies more of the Hulk to me than anything.
Yeah, exactly. He's now, the physical. He's the face of the Hulk now.
And I love the fact that the Hulk now, you can see Mark Ruffalo in it more.
Well, yeah, that's just
the more
CGI.
and more they do Hulk. Yeah. It's like you can see him in it.
The CGI in it, yeah, for sure.
Because from Avengers, I'm like, yeah, it kind of looks like him, but like it just looks like what Hulk would look like. But by Ragnarok, I was like, yeah, that's Mark Ruffalo if he turned into the Hulk. Yes, okay.
Oh, really? No, I saw it from the beginning.
I didn't really see it.
It just got more detailed.
Yeah,
as it
by
went
Ragnarok, I was just like, oh, okay. Now that's the best looking Hulk right there.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely looks like if Mark Ruffalo had turned into him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to start this Avengers 4, man.
Well, I don't know, man. I was just looking at some of the photos, and I can see what you mean about like his hair, but it just only seems like a lighter brown hair, like almost blondish. Not as fact that it's white, but more like it's just.
I say that because I know Marvel's super detailed with that shit, man. They do certain shit on purpose, so that's why
if they end it with Scott being stuck in the quantum realm, I think they start from there.
It's just going to crazy.
It's just going to be.
I wouldn't be mad if they just do a quick 10-minute origin story of Thanos. Just dive deeper into that. I would love that.
They already did that though.
Barely. All he did was explain his home planet in a brief 1 minute.
Well, that for that's as far as lip service
no.
goes.
I mean, I want them to.
We're not going to
really.
You want them to give him a Killing Joke style bio
No.
in 10 minutes?
What I want to know is how he got to his conclusion of this needs to happen. And also, a lot of people want to know because he says I can't. When he said to Gamora right before he killed her, it was like I can't do it again. Where I'm so close and then I let it go, like my dream. So it's like, oh, so he was close at another time. So, I want to know more. You wouldn't want to know more? Like, what the fuck happened there, then?
I think he was talking more so about that time right there.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. It's easy to do that. You can just 2-3 minutes.
I'll never be this close. I'm never going to let it go. You know what I'm saying? That can be misinterpreted. That could also be interpreted into it like it's about that time right there.
See, and I hope, and the only thing I don't want them, I kind of don't want them to do the go into the future from the beginning.
Yeah, that would suck.
I want to know the reaction of when they got back to Earth.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think they would start with a homeboy stuck in the quantum realm.
Because if Tony Stark gets back, and what if Pepper is one of the ones that faded away? I want to see that reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're not gonna get it.
Damn it. Why? ¿Por qué?
Because it already happened.
All right, how far into Avengers 4 do we see Captain Marvel?
Probably in the first couple minutes. I'm pretty sure, they've kind of already hinted that wherever Captain Marvel ends, it's kind of where she's gonna where it ends. It's gonna probably be somewhere in what's going on in Infinity War. That's where she. I don't know how it's going to be, but that's what they've been hinting at.
Would be pretty funny?
It makes sense that they did that with Ant-Man.
If Ant-Man hits a wormhole and he ends up seeing Miss Marvel in the 90s and tells her yo, you got to save me.
Maybe. That could be a good one.
And that's an ending in in Marvel.
Yeah.
Like in her fucking
Yeah.
her standalone. That'd be funny as fuck.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
No, I think it ends with the beeper.
Just beeping off right there.
Or
like,
maybe she's getting the page.
but that's
like,
got to be
she's
a
gonna
time.
be-
So it's a time skip.
Here's
You gotta know they're adding a lot from remember, you're getting Captain Marvel, you're getting her story, and then they're adding the Skrulls or whatever it's called. They're adding that. Yeah, they're adding that into this. So we don't know how that. Who knows if one of the Avengers ends up becoming one of the Skrulls? We don't fucking know. We don't know how far that fucking story is gonna go. The Captain Marvel one.
That's what I'm saying. So
remember, Captain Marvel is going to be the number one going forward now. So they might just super set up her shit, like her story, to now be the main after this Avengers 4 movie to then push. Remember how they did
So the Skrull have
Tony
always been
Stark
on there.
when they did Iron Man and then they did Captain Marvel, and then they did Thor. But at the end of Thor, they set up the Avengers movie. You see how when they do certain things. So I think they're going to and Captain Marvel.
What are you talking about? They set the Avengers movie since Iron Man 1.
Yeah, but it wasn't until you saw Thor at the end was like you knew it was like, all right, now the Avengers is going to pop off now.
Oh, well,
because
yeah.
at the end it's like Loki got like everything started tying in, so you're like, oh, okay.
All
So I
right.
think Captain Marvel, it's like that story is going to start to shape the Phase 4.
See, I think it's going to be like this. This is my theory. It's going to be it'll be like a post-credit scene, you know, where cut to Captain Marvel, and she's doing something of some sort of, you know, leisure or pleasure, hanging out with friends or being with family.
She's doing something naughty.
Anyways, or
Are you being naughty?
that is a terrible accent.
It is a terrible accent, but it's about to happen.
But
So-
let me do it.
And she is then, you know, or she's hanging out with like the dude that her crush that she finally wins over in the movie or what have you. You know what I mean? And she's in the middle of a date, and then all of a sudden the beeper goes off. You know,
Nah, I wouldn't like that.
I
That's
wouldn't
too
be
cliche.
I wouldn't be surprised if
It's too
that's
cliche for me.
it's Hollywood, baby.
It's too cliche. Maybe if it's done right. If
Dude,
it's done right.
Listen, I saw the new Wolfman movie when it came out, and I quote, to this day, 9 minutes into the movie, not only did I completely figure out the entire plot line of the movie, I also gave you the dying words that he says right before he takes his last breath.
What was it, chicken grease?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Chicken grease and biscuits.
Of course it was.
What movie was this? The Wolf?
The Wolfman, the one with Benicio del Toro.
I don't think I saw that one.
Benicio del Toro. Benicio del Toro. Benicio del Toro.
We basically gotten everybody's movie except Black Widow. I mean, we've kind of gotten a Hulk movie through Thor.
But yeah, that
Ragnarok.
means. But by that logic, we would also have to get a Hawkeye movie.
I mean, we kind of did with Age of Ultron. I mean, that's as close as we're gonna get
Oh
from
yeah,
them going into his
family life.
Yeah, like that's as I don't.
That was
think-
just to me. That was just an origin story. That wasn't a movie.
I like how they made it though, because Age of Ultron to me is one of the masterpieces of Marvel.
Oh really? I think it's dog shit.
A lot of people think that, but I think it's one of the better movies because it really shows you. And it,
Defend your position, sir.
yeah, I mean, but it really shows that like these group of superheroes and superhumans are all grounded. You know, from when Hawkeye, you know, it takes a person like Hawkeye, the most normal motherfucker out of all of them, to bring them together. Did you notice that in Age of Ultron? That it took him and his family to like really
for them to rally behind.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like it wasn't at Stark Tower. It wasn't in Asgard. You know what I'm saying?
I think they. I mean, yeah,
It was some farm and some fucking countryside.
like they did use that, but I think that was more as a plot point. You know, like this. That's their Phil Coulson dying for them to like.
I mean,
be
he even
like,
says
all
it
right.
to Wanda. He's like, "Listen, the fucking city's floating, robots are flying everywhere, and I have a bow and arrow. None of this makes sense."
Yeah.
Like, that's as true as it gets to that movie. Like, this is just like there's this guy who's rallying these superheroes. I mean, he's just a normal fucking guy with a bow and arrow. Yeah. All these other people are superhumans. They can move fucking objects. They got suits. They're magic hammers. And here's Hawkeye
With a bow and arrow.
with a bow and arrow.
With a fucking bow and arrow, bro.
And he's
That's
like,
insane.
I like how he was just like, this is crazy.
I don't know, the movies that people consider to be like sucky movies in Marvel, of like Thor 2 to me was a lot better than a lot of people think. Like, yes, it has its bad moments, but it did have a lot of strong moments as well. Like Thor 2, Thor 1. Thor 1 was fucking great to me. I fucking love Thor 1.
So none of the movies were bad.
No, I mean, well, see, to say a movie's bad, it's like for Marvel.
It's very you're right. It is a very objective
for their standards of how a lot of their movies are. Yes, it would be considered a bad movie to their standards, if you were to say.
Right, but you are biased. You literally did just say you own almost every movie. So it's like,
I mean, but then I also do DC, I think.
Right, but not to that degree.
Yeah, no, I do. I got all the Batmans. I got Wonder Woman. I got Batman vs Superman. I have all the Supermans.
Oh, but okay.
I even
have you jumped on the animated ones?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I'm just starting the. I have two. I have.
Okay. You just started.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I watch all of them.
Yeah,
but it's just buying them is something different.
Right. But so, hold on. So going back into
I'm not gonna lie, it would be a lot easier if DC had came out with boxes like how Marvel does, Phase 1, Phase 2. You can just buy all of them in one go.
They need product. They need good movies to base that off of to begin with.
True, but that's it. I mean, that's the only reason why I have more Marvel than anything, because I can, for $100, I'm gonna get 6 movies.
I was recently over at my parents' house, and my nephew Charles was watching Justice League because I put my HBO on their TV, and
the movie?
he's
the live action.
No, the play.
Well, I mean, there's an animation version.
So then they have the scene where they finally resuscitate Superman. They bring him back, and he's all crazy, and he's attacking everybody and shit. And then after he finally finds Lois Lane, she finally comes and he calms him down, and he comes back, and now he's normal again. And everybody like leaves. They cut to, I remember with the scene so bad, so clearly now, because I just remember hating it even from the beginning, from the first time I watched it. They cut to Batman, Ben Affleck, on the ground, and he's just going, but not in a serious way. Like, he's trying to be funny about it. Like, they're purposely trying to make it like comedic, and I'm just like, he doesn't crack jokes. He's not funny in the way you think funny is. Like, they tried to make him so comedic, and the entire movie you can just tell that, especially after Suicide Squad and fucking Deadpool came out, that if we're gonna go with violence and try to go with granted it wasn't rated R, but let's try to add the funny. And then especially with Guardians of the Galaxy, it was a fucking rap. Everything needed to be funny, no matter what. So now DC fucking choked and got scared and decided to switch up the formula and try to copy straight off the books of DC of Marvel. I'm sorry. And now that entire movie, I was just watching it and I'm just like, I'm so glad I didn't go to the theater for this. Legit. I was so disappointed because it just screamed corporate, Warner Brothers executives we need the franchise now, all of them.
I get what you mean by that one. I think a lot of, it's not even fucking just superhero movies. I think a lot of them are trying to do the Guardians of the Galaxy thing. But here's the difference. Marvel has created characters who were already in that type of way. So It was just them to get characters to be that way.
Well, yeah, by the time the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise even came around, they had already released 15 other movies.
Well, no, what I mean by that is,
just between the other characters alone. I'm just saying, what I'm saying is that they've already established the body of work where they could just be like, we're just fucking around now. We're going to toss around this type of Marvel movie, see how that works out, and it just blew up.
Well, I mean, more like they.
You're right. They're allowed to be more experimental.
No, I mean Marvel. When I mean the characters from the comics, like the characters they made were they're playing those characters, and those characters are traditionally one-liner funny guys. Tony Stark, Thor, Captain America even has moments in the comics where he has his funny moments. You know what I mean? But in DC, they're not playing like. For a perfect example, Flash. I hated the person that did Flash, and the way they did it. Maybe not him. He was a decent Flash, but Flash is a lot funnier, but in a wittier way. Like Flash from Justice League, the animation, like that to me, that's not the Flash that I saw in Justice League.
See, it's funny. In the
it's like he was trying too hard, man.
I thought in the I wasn't too big of a fan of the guy either in the Justice League movie. Like, as far as just being that like awkward kid,
yeah, like Flash wasn't made awkward,
like awkward kid millennial type, that was just breaking into it because they try to do the exact same thing, the exact same thing that they did with Spider-Man with Flash, which is we're gonna get him when he just gets his powers. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't had him for that long.
Here's the difference. They picked the guy, Tom Holland, who really embodies Spider-Man, from his awkwardness to how he gets excited when he unlocked the suit, like the other things, and you know what I mean? So it's like, when I got the Flash one, for me, Flash is a character, if I base it off the Justice League animation, he's a guy who is funny, not in an awkward way. He himself thinks he's hilarious. You know what I mean? He always thinks he's funny.
Yeah.
And he comes off like, oh, that was funny. You know what I'm saying? And he's never. But the guy that they picked, it was like an awkward funny. Like he didn't know if he was funny. Are you laughing, Batman? Are you laughing? Like,
well, see,
it wasn't decent for me. You know what I mean? It wasn't a good representation of Flash. Now, if the way you said Batman, that makes sense for me. When Batman's funny, he does it in a super fucking serious way. He doesn't even cry. He doesn't even laugh. You know what I mean? Like the best point when I saw that they did a funny scene with Batman is when they did the Flash one. He was like, well, what's your superpower? I'm rich. I'm like, that's something I feel like Batman in the animated series would say.
Yeah.
In a monotone, I'm just rich. Like, that's my superpower. You know what I'm saying? But like what he said, like that one point where he's cracking a joke after he got hit, like Batman wouldn't really do that.
See, now the thing is that if
and
you're
again,
we're
just nitpicking like a motherfucker.
If you're basing it off of the Flash of the Justice League movie based off of the Justice League animation, then it's already a flawed theory because in the Justice League animation, the Flash is Wally West, not Barry Allen. It's a completely different person.
All right, so then if we go to the Barry, what was it? I get so confused.
You've activated my trap card.
If we go to the comic version,
Sword of Revealing Light.
Was Flashpoint? Who was Flashpoint?
Flashpoint? That's Barry Allen.
Yeah. Barry Allen. Okay, he was still fun. He was still like. What I mean, what I'm trying to get is, DC just doesn't. I don't feel like they really. It's not that they're not picking the right actors, because I feel like those actors are really good. It's just the way, the direction they're wanting them to go in.
No, they're right. The scripts were horseshit.
They were so caca.
That story was so
just the Justice if you're telling me that Justice League is going to be the one that opens this world, why did you pick a character who you put so much stake on, like the evil person? What was his name? Steppenwolf? And he just first of all, the way he ended, I felt was like, wow, that's how he ended. Like he ended up becoming fearful, and that's how he died. So then they didn't set up anything else. So I'm like, so this is just a standalone fucking movie then. There shouldn't really be a continuation. You didn't really set anything up for anything else to open this world up.
Well, yeah, with the
you did nothing but introduce me to the characters of the DC universe, and then introduce a big bad, and then how they beat them. That's all you really did.
Well, no, because they did explain that Apocalypse was coming.
Did they?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, when he said Apocalypse. Well, they did that in Batman vs Superman.
And the mother boxes and all that other stuff. They explained. They already did that.
Really show it. They
Not to mention you have.
But
the,
yeah, they didn't depict it very well.
Not to mention you have the vision that Batman had of the future.
Like the reason why the Marvel movies, not to go back to it, are good is because they set the shit up in a way where, like, when you leave that movie, you want to see the fucking next movie that's not even that movie you saw.
But that's what I'm saying.
But I don't feel like that when I do with DC. Like, when I saw Wonder Woman, I didn't feel like I want to see the next Batman.
You just gotta stop sucking Marvel's dick, bro. Like, stop.
Let me put it to you this way. In Rick and Morty, they set up shit way better. When you at the end of season 2, they left it off where it's like, I gotta see season 3, bro. Like because they opened the world up. Now the Galactic Federation, you know about them. Mm-hmm. Now we know that
great writers,
that Rick
bro.
has done all this shit. The wedding party at the end. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh shit, they opened up all the. You got Evil Morty. It's like so many different things. It's like there has to come to a conclusion.
I totally agree with you.
But DC doesn't do any of that shit.
And they need to fucking drop season 3 on Hulu fast, man. Like, what the fuck?
It's funny they can do shows really well, but they can't do movies.
I don't understand. Like, you can totally see great screenwriting in that, but like, what the fuck's going on there?
That's why there's such a huge renaissance in television right now. That's where, like, we're in a golden age of television right now. You know, it's dominate. It's making it so much harder with platforms like Netflix and Hulu. Not only hosting some of the best fucking movies and shows from TV, but they're also creating their own stuff. You know, the Marvel Netflix shows, the HBO original series, the Hulu original series. You know, like, they're dropping so much fucking shit that is movie quality. You look at what's the HBO show with Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson? True Detective. True Detective. That shit is a 13-hour movie.
Shit was great, man.
You look at any of the Marvel Netflix shows.
His character spawned
13-hour
those
movies.
Lincoln commercials. Did you ever notice that?
Yeah.
Did you ever notice that? I was like, man, that the show was so good, and Matthew McConaughey was so good in those scenes where he's in the car by himself, monologuing. That they had this, like, we got to do commercials for this shit. We got to do, like, he has this shit with Lincoln right forever now. He does all these commercials where all he does is he's talking in a Lincoln car. My bad. And he's just like, oh, the horsepower is really good. I'm like, I can't do a Matthew McConaughey.
Not even that. It was your face. You're like so disappointed in it. You're like, fuck it, man. Like,
see a lot of lawbreakers out here tonight.
That's a good one. I loved him in what was that movie where he was a lawyer?
The Lincoln Lawyer.
The Lincoln Lawyer, yeah. That was a really good movie.
I started to watch that movie and then I had to go. I was at my aunt's house. I remember.
It was a really good movie.
I remember liking it. I know Ryan Phillippe. He was the big bad. Gotta watch that, man. Ryan Phillippe was the big bad. Mm-hmm. I think Michael Pena was in that movie as well.
Yeah, he was in it.
Pena?
Yeah.
Pena?
Yeah, Michael Pena.
Pena?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Pena?
Yeah, Pena.
Pena?
Yeah.
Like I can't wait to see.
I
can't wait to see what Marvel does with the shows and how it's gonna, because all the shows tie into the real Marvel universe. So it's like, I already know. I heard about how they're gonna do it in not Age of Ultron, Agents of Shield, with the whole snapping fingers shit. How that's gonna play in the world. They said that the season that's gonna be in that, they're actually gonna be on a different planet. It's gonna be a storyline from the Agents of Shield comics where they go to this other planet and they kind of get stuck there, and they try, like Coulson and everybody tries to figure out a way to get back to Earth. So
they already did that.
Well, no, the new season's gonna still keep going. It's gonna go into the time the snapping. I know which one you're talking about. It's a different world. It's a different planet. It's a different. Because the one you're talking about is season 3. When it's her that goes into.
I'm talking about season 5. The last one they just dropped.
Oh well, they said the new one is going to be going into, I guess, the same shit. I don't know, But that they're going to be on a different planet when the whole snapping fingers shit happens already. But I want to know how. I can't wait to see the next Luke Cage after this Daredevil, the next Daredevil, because the next Daredevil I don't think is going to tie into that timeline. I think it'll probably be before, most likely.
I mean,
the next Jessica Jones as well.
If they incorporate people disintegrating in the Marvel Netflix shows, it's a wrap.
I feel like they have to, though.
They're about to. It looks like they're about to.
They
do
have
that
to.
in Marvel.
They would have to.
They would have
to
to eventually. Yeah.
It would be an injustice for them to skip all that.
Yeah.
It would really be.
Mm-hmm. Not acknowledge
I'm also,
that.
like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm also very excited for Cloak and Dagger. I haven't watched it, but
Me neither.
It's good. I've seen
I've
the
heard
first two
some
episodes.
really
Me neither. I started
I'm on
watching
episode 2.
Runaways again.
I haven't watched.
I only saw the first 2 episodes. You and I, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. We watched the first 2 episodes, and then I never watched anything again. So I just I started rewatching it again. So
You gotta
I
read
watched the
comics,
first
though.
one.
The Runaways comics is probably one of the best comics out there.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
like the ones currently going on right now.
No. The original run,
Nice. I feel you.
really good, bro.
Sure.
And, including I think it was an 8-issue, the Avengers, the Young Avengers and the Runaways, when it's a storyline of Doctor Doom's son, and the Runaways incorporate, they recruit him, and then Captain America is trying to recruit them to become the Young Avengers. It's a really good story. Basically, Captain is going up against Doctor Doom.
Sure.
Doctor Doom is a badass.
Yeah, they gotta. Now that they have this Fox deal, they really gotta. Depending on how it goes with what they're gonna split.
No. Remember, they haven't made the Fox deal yet.
No, it's done.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it got done last week.
No,
Yeah, no, it did. It's done. No, it's done.
it's not
They
finalized.
signed. No, they signed. I'm telling you, they signed. I'm literally look it up. They signed. We just don't. They haven't released
The
what
the last thing that I saw about the Fox deal was
I'm telling you, it's done.
that they are now the official front runners by acknowledging their new bid of $73 billion.
Comcast.
No, not Comcast.
I'm telling you that they signed it. They agreed because Marvel put more money, Disney put more money, and then they agreed to
right
it.
to $73 billion.
They agreed to it.
Right,
They signed.
Which means they didn't sign.
There have been 3.
you-
Yes, please look it up because I
Wilmo?
literally have seen nothing but videos of people ready to ask Kevin Feige at Comic-Con who he's going to, because he said that he even put a tweet out that said, "Finally, I can pick up the phone."
Can you look up Marvel Studios Fox deal or
Yeah.
Disney Fox deal?
They said most likely what's going to happen, because he said that he's been waiting at the phone for this deal to get done.
So the last thing I saw was that that Fox has now acknowledged that Disney's new bid of $73 billion is now the front runner as the bids, as far as the bids go. They are now leading the pack. So as far as
leading the
and
pack,
then
they
it
signed
just
the deal.
it just left with now going to if Comcast was either going to meet or exceed the deal, and that it hadn't been purchased just yet.
From the journalist that I watch his YouTube videos where he puts the shit out,
Anything?
I'm looking around. I'm looking through a lot of.
they Fox themselves said that it would just be a better deal in the long run if they do it with Disney. Even if they said, like, even if Comcast comes back and asks and gives them 10 more million or whatever, they wouldn't
Billion.
take, or billion. They wouldn't take it just for the simple fact that the way it's set up now, they're going to make more money in the long run if they do it with Disney. Because if they don't, then that means that it's just going to be another fucking keep doing their X-Men
they
movies.
relinquish rights. They wouldn't be making any sort of money in perpetuity with them.
No, but like the deals still are going to stand with the Spider-Mans, with the Venoms, because they said that they want to incorporate Venom, but they just want to see how the Venom movie does.
Well, no, that's all Sony. Sony's doing that.
Oh, is
Remember,
it?
it's outside of the MCU.
It wouldn't make sense if they go with Comcast, though. So that what? So then that means that they don't get to do.
It's not that it wouldn't make sense. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. That's all they care about.
Yeah, in the long run, though, you gotta make more money with it.
Yeah, we're not
I
talking.
haven't seen no confirmation on a deal actually being going through. All I keep on seeing through a lot of sources is that it might fall through after summer 2019. That it's gonna go through.
Sir, see, I'm telling you, all they've done so far is that Disney's new bid of $73 billion.
Go to Emergency Awesome.
Go to that specific video that told me that it was done, that it was finalized.
Because he has the articles there that they signed, but and nothing fully is going to go through.
So we have to wait summer 2019.
No. We're going to get characters in Avengers 4 that's going to set up.
What are?
But I already talked about that they were setting up.
Why are you not talking on the microphone?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I already talked about that earlier when I said that they're also going to show like new coming up heroes.
But I'm saying the only way they can do that
why
is if
are you not talking to the microphone?
Well, you do got to talk to the microphone. Or no
I don't have to.
No one's going to hear your opinion, you motherfucker.
But to do that, you have to sign. They're not going to allow them to use their characters if a deal hasn't been signed. That's what I'm saying. The deal has been signed, but they haven't finalized. When I mean finalized, they haven't come to agreement of what they're going to push out first. If it's going to be an X-Men movie, if they're going to fucking do the Fantastic Four again, they don't really know.
Okay, I understand that.
But they signed a deal, so now they can use, like Kevin Feige now can use characters and put them in Avengers 4 as cameos, because that's what he wanted to do from the get-go. He wanted to possibly do Professor X and a Fantastic Four dude.
I presume that they're gonna have the
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic.
I presume that they're gonna have the X-Men squad that what they've been building right now in the new coming ones.
They contacted what's his name?
No, they're recasting.
No. They actually contacted Hugh Jackman, and they're like, if you come back, but you'll be coming back with Marvel, like Marvel will be doing it now. So like they're asking him, they're really pleading with him if they can do one more movie. They just want to do one movie, but with Marvel.
But he has also said that he is down for at least one more movie.
Yeah, I heard that they want to get James Gunn to do it. That'd be fucking dope.
I'm actually okay with the Eastwood kid doing it.
I saw some sketches of him being
Scott Eastwood
and somewhat of a Wolverine character, dude.
Dog, the fucking concept art that they did for the costume, he actually has a helmet. I was like, get the fuck out of here. So Hugh Jackman is going to be in a helmet? Shit. Mm-hmm. He had tweeted out some shit, like they had sent him like a prop of what it would look like, and he was like, that's not bad. Like he's in a video, an Instagram video, and he's like, this is not bad.
So you went around in a circle with us for no reason. Fuck you.
No, Surf says the deal was signed, but the shit has not been what they're going to put out.
I didn't say
first.
that the deal was signed.
That's your whole thing.
That's what you said. You said that the deal was signed.
No, I'm saying that you
finalized,
said it wasn't.
It
wasn't signed. It's signed.
It's not.
Then
signed.
how are they going to use these characters? Then what's the point of them even talking about it?
It's nothing's been signed. It just told you there that
no,
it's
been signed. What hasn't gone through is what's going to be used.
No.
Yes.
We literally just looked it up and
go to the video, and he has the articles and the links in the description, and then those descriptions will tell you.
Okay. What is the video? What
Anyways, we'll do that off mic. Anyhow,
I love you guys.
You can always follow us at Parental Advisory Cast.
Hold on. We gotta talk about what we're thinking.
What?
You saw the Trump thing?
What?
Nigga, it's...
I want to talk about that. Hold on. Did you see it?
What?
No.
What are you talking
about? The summit.
We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that.
No.
Right now.
Yeah. We're not going to do that right now. It's
what did you see it or not?
No.
You didn't.
All right. I love you guys. Good night. This is the Parental Podcast. You can find me on Instagram and Snapchat.
We've only done like 30 minutes.
He's that dude over there still wanting to talk is LO463.
How much time have we done?
And I'm at JServe954 on all social media. And YouTube is JServe TV.
How much time have we done?
BroLife.net for all the music as well as all major streaming platforms. JServe954.
Get to each job.
That's horrible.
LO463 on all social media and LO Soul on Twitch. He is eating corn on the cob for some reason.
I'm eating soft corn.
Yeah, so
Con
yeah.
ceviche.
We are out of this bitch. Peace.